We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And off we go from Seattle. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the key team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
They go play action. Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for touchdown right here out of the gate.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. First carry here for Ken Walker. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
We don't see it miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Elijah Arroyo from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks are on the board here first in the season opener. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Daniels. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up a 1st down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Powering his way forward. He's still on his feet. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
First down, Washington.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. Daniels will give the basket middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 Lumen.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw is Daniels. This one incomplete. Almost picked up by the rookie, but he couldn't quite work it in. And now it's 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First of all, you ain't got long enough. You ain't strong enough. So whatever it is, they got you thinking that you Superman. I got the kryptonite.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And he will take it down right before he works it past the 50. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's down the field. He's got a roll. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. With a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he carries this one past the midfield, striking into Commander territory. Well, you'll have to say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to the offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
Walker now at 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. For the Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and through one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Washington takes over first and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too bad.
It's a balancing act as well, because you're exactly right. They're not too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But let's have to remember, they did put points on the board. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 9. To the air goes Daniels. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards to pick up there.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The slot man in motion right. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Daniels looking to throw. It's over the middle.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Daniels going to throw for it. Working the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he will have the first down, but he climbs up paying for it pretty good.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Washington Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Run inside, Krusty Merritt. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him up already in this opening.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Still going. Touchdown, Sam. A great play there. An even 90 yards. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's 21-3.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, it's Crosby Barrett. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 43, here's 2nd down at 7. Here's Daniels. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he is caught. Now wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Up the middle, Krusky middle. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to drop that one free.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Working out again, Daniels. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Zach Ertz with an amazing diving catch. And the Commanders take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unguarded joy after that one.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's able to find Merrill. He's able to touchdown, but he's got the first down. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. The Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacted the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Y'all gotta talk about tasting. Y'all can't talk about basic. We might know Power Rangers. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk outrageous. Don't cut the matrix. Got that touch my savior. Give me that touch of my head.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. And this time he'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. End zone clear. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks have 6 to their lead. Myers tags on the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here to see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Daniels. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw again. Quick slant to Brown. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Back to throw again. That's a good play. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Seahawks are going to take the... here at their own 6-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
They'll throw now on the final play. Going deep this time for Miller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think the coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Back to Walker on 1st down. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
A man complete to Miller. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line.
Whatever the discussions are at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass caught, a roll right side. And out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter, drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now Daniels. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. What they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the heel of Krosky Merritt. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Well, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to the end zone real fast.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Commanders 17. And Gay to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right in a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Second down and a yard.
Second and a yard.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Horton. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They go play action here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll toss this out right to Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Quarterback run, good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on third down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll set up the throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Elijah Arroyo, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Myers connects on the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Daniels looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Gain of 26 yards. First down, Commanders.
Here's Daniels. Oh, he dropped it. And it's pretty indicative of the way this one's going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To the air goes Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. They'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Daniels from the gun on third down. He's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have the Commanders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll give now to Hill. This is Krosky-Merritt. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A good pickup there, 21 yards. To throw is Daniels. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Ben Sinnott, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Next the score, Seahawks 42. Commanders 24.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline. They want to do it with some gusto, too.
And we're getting a couple yards shy in midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Got him on the outside. It's McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
If I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Daniels. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing in the coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the gun, Daniels. That is caught. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, You're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
It's over the middle. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. Krosky Bear going to try and push his way in. And this time he is in. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. And they take a knee. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. We know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Seahawks, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Washington, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.